So I think for me the main challenge is going to be around capacity. We know that a lot of the people that are sitting in frontline areas, they're tired off the back of the pandemic. Their workload is increasing, not decreasing. And another programme, national programme coming along, will be competing with other programmes as well as the countries start to open up, as things start to kick off again. And that's going to be the big challenge for us in terms of kind of making a very strong case to make it a bit of a no-brainer, as I call it, and being a very strong argument that says by doing this, it will release your time to do other things. And that's going to be the focus for us going forward, I think, and how we actually bring that with us.
So I think there's probably three main blockers. First of all, legislation challenges. So we hope those will be solved by secondary legislation, which will arise from our consultation. Secondly, we have technical challenges. Not all trusts are at the same level of digital maturity, and we need investment. We need investment to bring all trusts up to the same level. We have the challenge of buy-in from the trust, so we need to have an engagement exercise where we really demonstrate the benefits of UDI and scan for safety. And lastly, it's that linkage to patient outcomes. We really need to be able to link to long-term patient outcomes when there's safety events which have a longer latency.
Yeah, I think there are multiple blockers. As always, the world is not without its challenges. And I think some of the critical ones are: how do we further the adoption? How do we, very much like we just talked about, getting the adoption of the data matrix done more consistently, more broadly. But I think there are also lots of questions around how we communicate. We talked a lot today in the conference around how do you get suppliers, manufacturers really in line with a GS1 standard and make it a seamless thing? How do we create the right data repository for that? How do we create the right trust in who uses that data repository for what purposes?
Well, I think there's lots of challenges that we face in the NHS. I mean, clearly there's always lots to do. There's always competing priorities. There's never enough money. And so those will be key challenges. But there's also challenges of different sort of digital maturity, different systems. We've heard a lot about that today. But with those challenges, I think we still have opportunities. Clearly having data standards enables us to in some ways to overcome some of those challenges, because it sets a sort of a golden thread really through the different organisations and through the systems to enable us to, even if you've got different systems, if you're all collecting data to the same standard, then we can bring that together and get greater insights from it.
I suspect there are many people have their eyes on they're distracted by the urgency of priorities like waiting times, finances, and things like that. And sometimes I think it takes somebody with a bigger picture to see that actually the investment will pay dividends, but it might be a year or two down the line. But if you can have that sort of vision, I think the benefits are enormous.
So the NHS is facing tremendous challenges. After COVID, there's a backlog of patients to be treated. We have workforce issues, shortages, and tremendous pressures because of a growing older population. So there's huge pressure on everyone in the NHS. But just taking a little time, a little investment, we can help improve both the safety of patients and efficiency of the NHS. And in the end, that's our plea to the NHS. Take this seriously, scan for safety, scan for efficiency, and you can really improve what you're doing.